electronegative atom positive charge on that is less stabilized. So that's why this H positive ion shall be protonated by this nitrogen, and this carbon shall become electron deficient positively charged. At the same time, this nitrogen which is present here, it transfers its lone pair to this. You see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5-membered ring is formed. So this results in the formation of this 5-membered ring. This nitrogen have a methyl and a hydrogen positively charged. Once it is positively charged, so it leaves one H positive ion. It consumes one H positive ion. You see, again, it is producing one H positive ion. So when it produces one of the H positive ion, which is taken by this nitrogen, because this nitrogen have one hydrogen with it, right? So when this nitrogen lose one H positive ion, which is this one, so it converts that nitrogen. This nitrogen picks up one hydrogen H positive ion from this and converts into NH2. Now you see 5-membered ring is constructed, which is a characteristic of pyrrolidine alkaloids. So this is the one of the basic concept that we can observe, that this is the very simple process. But you see nitrogen here is protonated. This is a very good leaving group. It is making 4 bonds. So if it take this electron pair off here, this positive charge would be stabilized by, but what happens in this case is this electron pair transfers towards nitrogen to stabilize positive charge. But when it transfers over there, and this carbon became electron deficient. As a result, this lone pair on nitrogen transfers electron density to generate double bond here. Once it transfers, so we get this structure number 9. This is, you see, is the beginning of what? This is the beginning of 5-membered ring, pyrrolidine alkaloid. Pyrrolidine alkaloid. This is the beginning. This nucleus has been constructed, started from ornithine. This is the ornithine. Starting from this, carbon dioxide leaves in the very first step. Carbon dioxide leaving from here for the initial stage, and then these 5 carbon, you see, because this carbon dioxide loss 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon and 1 nitrogen takes part in the 6-membered ring formation, which is this one. This is the beginning. Now it reacts. There are so many different possibilities. For example, one possibility is if it nitrogen takes this pi electron towards it, so this positive charge shall be stabilized, but this hydrogen, this carbon shall be electron deficient. It can be reduced by NADPH or FADH2. They can reduce this carbon. If they transfer hydride, so this shall be simple pyrrolidine alkaloid, simple pyrrolidine. And then what happened? Dehydrogenase can remove hydrogen from here and here, from here and there. So 2 double bonds can easily be formed. So it shall be converting into pyrrole. Pyrrole is not good enough because it is poisonous. Pyrrole, pure pyrrole is poisonous for the cells. The cells are not going to generate anything which is poisonous to them. So it doesn't undergo hydrogenation of that. So in fact, because positive charge is there on nitrogen, it takes this electron pair off. Any nucleophile can approach this carbon. Rather, it is reduced. It may reduce, forming this pyrrolidine type nucleus, but it shall not further react. So one of the nucleophile, let's say this is called acetoacetate coenzyme A. This is a acetoacetyl coenzyme A. Coenzyme A, this is also a enzyme factor which have a SH group present in it. That's why this SH is presented here. In fact, this is called acetyl group. This is acetyl. This is acetoacetyl coenzyme A. This is carbonyl here. I have presented the enol form. This is aceto. This is acetoacetate group, mean aceto. And this carbon is, and this if we have a carbon oxygen double bond and coenzyme carboxylate. This is basically acetoacetate. right? So in this case, one of the OH of the acetoacetate, which you have already come across in active methylenes. So two carbonyl, these two carbon, 1,3 carbonyls, when they are having, this is acetoacetate, but one of the acetoacetate OH is replaced by coenzyme cofactor A. Cofactor A, this is proteinic part, this is non-proteinic part. So this proteinic part SH, which have a, let's say, you have a many functional group in which you are in amino acid where you have a SH group, or in protein SH group is free. This SH binds, replaces OH and makes this ester. This is sulfur ester, in fact, right? So I have presented the enol form of that, because if you have a carbonyl here, this double bond and this double bond shall not be in conjugation. But when one of them exists in keto enol form, then you can observe in enol form, these two double bonds are in conjugation, which have a little resonance energy, make it more stable than the dicarbonyl system. So this is why one of them exists in keto, one exists in enol form. You can draw carbon oxygen double bond here, but a double bond here. It may also exist in enol form. So anyhow, I have presented, this is a good nucleophile because it transfers this pi electron, mean this carbon make a bond with this carbon became electron deficient. As a result, this H positive ion leaves. It transfer electron density, H positive ion leaves, and we get a carbon oxygen double bond that I have highlighted here. So carbon oxygen double bond is been formed, and we get this carbon bonded with this carbon. This is a new bond formed here. And you see the nitrogen, which is positively charged here, is stabilized. This nitrogen is stabilized right now, having no positive charge present on it, right? So in first molecule, in compound number 11, this one, this R group is SCOA, right? In next case, what happens is hydrolysis. When it hydrolyzes, so this R becomes OH. Then what happens? Decarboxylase works on this. Decarboxylase once work on this, it shall remove this carbon dioxide from here. So we shall have a hydrogen present at this position. Let me draw this. So what we shall get? We shall get this molecule. You see, the acetyl coenzyme been hydrolyzed, and we get a carboxylic acid. This similar mechanism shall take place, and what shall happen here? One decarboxylase. Decarboxylase. One decarboxylase enzyme shall work here, and it shall remove carbon dioxide. Right? So carbon dioxide shall be lost from here. Carbon dioxide shall be lost. So once carbon dioxide is lost, so what this shall be converting? This shall be converting into carbon dioxide, since it's been removed from here. So we shall get this carbon dioxide is lost from here. So we shall get this molecule in that. We shall get this one. So once we get this one, then one enzyme, another enzyme works on this, which is basically, we shall call that oxidase. Oxidase shall work on this. Oxidase. Oxidase. So oxidase shall work, another enzyme shall work on this. So what that causes? It causes the oxidation of this molecule. Oxidation. How it oxidizes? Let me show how it oxidizes. It undergo oxidation, but what kind of oxidation is it? Look at. It causes the oxidation of this, and we get, as a result, we get this bond is been oxidized. So definitely nitrogen shall be carrying what charge? It shall get positively charged, making 4 bonds, right? This is the oxidation